sure why we're going broke. Anyway, a new report out this morning. We're now hearing there may be a White House link to the Colombian prostitution scandal, allegedly involving 12 members of the Secret Service and members of the military. Reports say the person being investigated is an employee of the White House Communications Agency. Florida Congressman John Mica is the chair of the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, and he's my guest right now. Good morning to you, Congressman.
Good morning.
So this is in the New York Post this morning. A member of the White House Communications Agency being investigated in the Secret Service prostitution scandal. What do you know about it?
Well, right now we have investigative staff. I serve also on government reform and oversight, the Chief Investigative Committee of Congress, and we're sort of jumping from scandal to scandal. GSA last week, this week, the White House possible involvement in some of the prostitution activities, and that would be very unfortunate, especially if it's somebody at that high level, and also it may be where the president was located, and that's also troubling, and that's the Hilton Hotel down there.
Right, because the others were located at the Carib
Hotel, right.
Which was not where the president was going to be staying. But didn't Jay Carney, the spokesperson for the president, come out yesterday and say, after looking into this over the weekend, that there was no association between anyone who works at the White House and this scandal?
Well, the White House also sat for almost a year on the GSA information they were briefed on. They're not exactly ready to tell all. They've been embarrassed both by GSA and now by this scandal. So our job is to investigate it. If someone did wrong there, too, and was close to the president and part of the communications team, it's totally improper. We've now had the military involved, unfortunately. We've had a Secret Service, which is, some of our highest professionals in the land.
I need to move on to what you were alluding to, the GSA situation. Now, you're going to be writing to them tomorrow to call for whose immediate dismissal?
Well, Mr. Neely, I think we've all seen him in his hot tub and really thumbing his nose at the public and the government, even the White House. And this guy is still on the payroll, and I want him off the public dole. And I'm trying to do everything I can to make certain he doesn't get another day of federal pay.
So while we're doing all these hearings and investigation and more information is uncovered, let me take the flip side of the question, which is, are all these hearings at taxpayer expense worth the taxpayer dollars to get to the bottom of the taxpayer waste?
Absolutely. And I always say the GSA scandal is only the tip of the iceberg. I think I revealed here in October of 2010, I came on the show, this report, the federal government must stop sitting on its assets. And who was the biggest who was the biggest offender? It was GSA. And it took this kind of scandal to actually show people that the biggest property holder, landowner and landlord for the government is sitting on 14,000 vacant or partially vacant buildings and properties, costing us billions a year, not just millions in waste.
And now we know so much more about what else was going on at the GSA. Congressman John Mica, keep us posted as to what happened.